Greetings family, this is Bomani Taimba and we are live on Revolutionary Camp and we're here in Ouidah, Benin, and we're here to reconnect you with the history of our stolen African ancestors and all the trauma that our ancestors went through here in Benin, as we connect you to what happened with our people during the transatlantic European slave trade. What we're going to do is give you a nice view of the courtyard, and then we'll get our guide to give you a proper introduction of where we are and the history. I'm doing well. Right. Ready for another exciting day.
Yes, sir.
As we do our 3-country journey, family. Ghana, Togo, Benin. Reconnecting us to our stolen African ancestors.
Hey, Bomani.
Greetings, my sister. Good morning.
Afternoon.
Good morning, good afternoon. It's right in the middle. And Brother Kiki, are you ready to educate us about the history of Ouidah?
Yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, I will. I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yes.
Okay. You are welcome to Ouidah. Ouidah, O-I-D-A-H. And as I was saying much earlier, the natives of Ouidah are named Ouidah people. Ouidah, X-W-E-D-A. And these people had been here before the arrival of the Portuguese, who put up this building in 1721. So the Portuguese would be calling the Ouidah Ajuda people. Then Ajuda being attached definitely to the very place. For the Portuguese, it was Ajuda. For the British and the Dutch, it will be Ouidah. And finally, when the French took control of the land in 1900, Ajuda, Ouidah became Ouidah, O-U-I-D-A-H. So the history behind this building where we are today is that in 1721, when the Portuguese came through the coast of Ouidah as missionaries and later on as slave traders, it was here that they settled. And then a lot was happening inland, wars, and people forcibly taken and then sold out into slavery. So this building used to be where, the leaders or the masters used to live. And opposite it, we have the barracks where where the soldiers used to stay. And then behind the barracks, the yard over there is where those captives used to be kept. waiting for the ship to show at large at sea, and then they would start a 4-kilometer journey from here till what is the door of no return by the seaside. So the Portuguese outlived any other change of power. I mean, when at the beginning the land was controlled by the natives, where we have the kingdoms, and one of the most prominent ones was the kingdom of Dahomey. That started around 1640. So the Portuguese would be here even till the arrival of the French. And still, during the 60 years of the French colonial rule, they would still stay here, remain here, and this property being theirs in the heart of a land that was dominated by the French. But on August the 1st, 1960, the Republic of Dahomey was born as an independent country from France. Still, the Portuguese stayed over here. So in 61, that is a year after the achievement of independence, they were asked to leave the fort because this could not continue being a land of Portugal in an independent country. So that was the assault. So they will be burning everything over here and then left. So a lot of restoration works have been actually had taken place, and excavations and missions and findings to Portugal and Brazil had made it possible to reconstitute the history of this building, and not only the building, but the history of the Atlantic slave trade on the coast of the then Dahomey that has become Benin. So the pieces that we have inside range from those findings out of the pieces out of the archaeological findings, and also we have some images showing how Benin, or how the Bight of Benin or West Africa through Ouidah contributes to the world civilization, and also those civilizations across the seas sending back some other, enrichment back to Africa, back to Ouidah, as when the Atlantic slave trade was officially outlawed, some free slaves returned actually to West Africa, and most precisely to Ouidah. And my brother over here is actually one great grandson of free slaves. And paradoxically, he's actually the site guide that is going actually to take us to the museum. Thank you once again. Welcome to Ouidah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we can go.
Yeah.
So,
If I took presentation.
so you are welcome. So my name is Serge Rustico. So,
Rustico.
Rustico. I'm Brazil people in Benin. So it was my great grandfather who came back from Brazil after the abolition of our slave trades. So we are same. Okay. Okay. So now I will take you around the rooms to explain everything for you. Is okay? Okay. So please, inside no pictures. Outside you can take. Yes, here. For me? Yeah, no problem.